Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. That's now 10 a.m. if you're in Australia, or 1 a.m. if you're in the UK or Europe, I believe. Sorry, I was a bit late this morning. Time got away from me. It's this hour earlier start. It caught up with me this morning. I hope you guys and girls are well. Sniper Echo, hey, Make It 3D says, I expect snacks and strippers while I wait. Sniper Echo says, bring your own snacks, I'm afraid, and there are no strippers. Make It 3D says, Phil just doesn't understand his audience. Sniper Girl, it's good to see you, Sniper Girl. I hope you're well. We missed you last week. Hi to you as well, and Sniper Girl bought a new video card. Exciting. She bought an AMD video card though. Oh well. We won't hold that against her. I hope you're well, Sniper Girl. Sniper Echo says, doing good. Make It 3D says, who's the old guy? Why is there a freak named Phil talking to me like he knows me? Hi to you too, Make It 3D. You see what you started, Sniper Girl? He's as rude as you are now. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay. Remember guys, if you do miss the live streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the About the Videos tab on my Twitch channel, or you can go to my YouTube channel /Phil Does 3D. I think I've got something in my eye. If you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, you can type !Discord in Twitch chat at any time to get an invite link, or go to the About Me section on my Twitch channel. And in the panels below, you will find a blue graphic. Click that to get an invite link to the Discord. If you're watching me back on YouTube, you can go to my Twitch page. You'll find a link to the Twitch channel in the description below this video. Make It 3D said, if it wasn't for us, Phil, you would never know who cares and who doesn't. You're welcome. This is true. This is true. I cannot argue with that logic. What else? That's right. We're going to continue working on the game called The House on the Hollow. We are going to finish adding the cobwebs to the covered bridge. And if we get that done in time before the end of the stream today, then we're going to move on to doing a little bit of work on the destroyed cottage. We don't need to do much. I've just got to add some fences, add a rusting car, bits and pieces like that. Maybe some more trees. Sniper Girl says to make it 3D, said that's me on most days. It is. So, I guess we will jump straight into the Unreal Engine, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Into Unreal. So yeah, we're working on this covered bridge section here, so we're going to just start adding a few more cobwebs to it. I'm just checking to make sure that OBS is, that NDI is performing properly. I am using the GPU accelerated version again, so we seem to be smooth, so it should be good. Okay. Let's continue with the cobwebs. And you've got to control me. You know how I love to add cobwebs to everything. Sniper Echo says, I see you posted that video for the game trailer. Yes, I did. You're very observant. Thank you, Sniper Echo. Yeah, there's a new game intro video that was posted to the House on the Hollow Twitter page, and I retweeted it on my Phil Does 3D Twitter. So yeah, you guys should check it out. Actually, yeah, you guys should check that out. I was going to say I'd play it on stream, but I won't. Check it out on the Twitter. Go to my Twitter page if you want, and you can see. Actually, if you go to the Steam store page, it's been posted as a news item, and it's also in the description of the video. So yeah, if you go to Steam, where are we? No, that's the wrong one. Actually, I think I've got to go there before I can go to the Steam store page. Yeah. So yeah, you'll see it here. And I will pause it though. So yeah, you can view the video there. And it's a news item for you to check out. You can watch it on YouTube as well in 4K. Yes, it's also on Facebook. Thank you. Weird baby weird. Make it 3D says, Sniper Girl says, and he missed my message again. Oh no, I did. Thank you, Sniper Girl, for the 37 month in a row subscription. Wow. Thank you. I do appreciate it. You are absolutely awesome. Thank you, Sniper Girl. I do appreciate it, guys, when you sub to the channel. And Sniper Girl has been subbed for 37 months. You guys, I really do appreciate the fact that you subbed to me for so long. I don't mention it enough, but I do. I appreciate it. So I'm sorry, Sniper Girl, and thank you very much for the subscription. 37 month subscription. Make it 3D says to Sniper Girl, forgive him. Sniper Girl, he's been around since the Earth began using magma to form the continent. It's also on Facebook, as Sniper Rika said, yes. You can also see it on the House on the Hollow Facebook page. Sniper Girl says to Make It 3D, you have a point. Make It 3D says, I can say that because I'm older than him. Oh, there you go. I didn't even realise that. I thought you were just some young and giving me a hard time as usual. Well, you can't talk then, can you? So yes, check the new video intro out either on YouTube, which is the official YouTube channel, or and you can watch it in 4K here. Make It 3D says, I'm 53, Grandpa. Oh man, you are older than me. Android Lust says, hey Android Lust, it's good to see you, buddy. I hope you had a good weekend. You just look younger. Nice, really nice. Why do I put up with you people? Why do I stream on Twitch? Tell me, why? Why? Oh, they're going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble for going out here. They don't want me to move from where I'm supposed to be working. Better go back. They'll scream at me at the game studio. Android Lust says, age doesn't matter for 3D. That's exactly right. You can make yourself look as young as you want in 3D. Sniper Echo says to Android Lust, hey, how goes it? Android Lust says, but I do wish I started at like 20. Don't we all? Yeah. Still, your work is beautiful, so you got nothing to worry about there, Android Lust. Mega 3D says, you stream because your life would be meaningless without our comments of love and adoration. You think? Mega 3D says, I started when I was 15. You know, I had my first PC when I was about 14 or 15, I think, as well. Yeah, probably about 14 or 15. And I started messing with 3D then as well. And in those days, it was like chrome balls on a checkered floor. You guys are probably too young to remember that sort of thing. But yeah, the big, when people used to show 3D, they used to show 2 chrome balls on a checkered floor. That was very big. I mean, you know, you got to remember this is when in the days of the computers when they weren't very fast. So yeah, but I wasn't working or anything at the age of 15. But I started messing with 3D at 15 on a Texas Instruments TI-994A. That was my first PC, and then I had an Amiga and blah 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 blah. Then PCs. But professionally doing 3D, you guys know I used to be a chef, so that took up my younger years. So probably I've been doing 3D now for a good 15 or 16 years probably, professionally. Android Lust says, hey to Sniper, doing some quick texturing. Make It 3D says, I programmed my first graphic 2D animation using basic code on an Apple IIe. Wow. Apple IIe, hey? Smurfberry, hey Smurf, it's good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. Says, working already. Wow, yes, that's right. Amazing. I'm already working. Android Lust says, remember Windows' old Maze screensaver? Yeah, I do actually, vaguely. That's how I imagine 3D works on those old computers. So, cobwebs, that's what we're doing, cobwebs, yes. Let's continue doing so. Now, I'll try and control myself so I don't get too nuts with the cobwebs here. We have a few down here on the box. I might put a few over here on the tools as well. So, because it's easiest, I'm going to just copy and duplicate, I think. Now, I made a bit of an error here in adding a particle effect when before I'd finished setting the scene up. And you're going to see when you add a particle effect, which is this this fog, this blue fog that you see going on. It makes it really difficult to select objects because you end up selecting the fog. So if I was to sort of like try and select this box, oh, it's made a liar of me. Hang on, let's pull back a little bit. If I was to try to select maybe this, no. Okay, what about the bridge? There we go. You see it's selecting the fog effect. So I may have to turn the fog off while we work. We'll see how we go. One way to get around that though is to get really close to the object before you try and select it. And that usually works. Snappy Girl says to Android Lust, you're not super wrong. Android Lust says time goes by too damn fast. It does. I've told you guys. I've mentioned it so many times. I tell you, the older you get, the quicker it goes. So if you think it's going fast now, you just wait. You just wait. It's going to get quicker and quicker and quicker. At least that's what I find. It's very annoying. Why doesn't time slow down the older you get? Okay. Move you over here. And over to this corner here. And pull you down so you're on the ground. There we go. And I might just grab another one. Let's duplicate this one. And scale it back a little bit. Let's rotate it. And we're going to put this one. Again, I'm just checking to make sure that we're not jittering in the stream. No, it looks good. We're going to put this one. Maybe. Let's scale it back a little bit because it's just a little bit too big. And rotate it so it's facing the box. Mega 3D says, how about turning off disabling the fog when you're working? Yes, well that's what I'll end up doing, I think, if it starts to become too much of an annoyance, which it probably will. Yeah, I'll turn it off temporarily. Snowberry says, time is a cube. There you go, time is a cube. Mega 3D says, time is vicious ex-spouse, hell-bent on taking everything you have before killing you. Man, I'm glad you're picking the wrong sort of people if that's what their intentions are. I might just scale this back a little bit. And we might just move it up, I think. Yeah, I think it's probably better, although I think it needs to go back a little bit now. And I think a cobweb in the box here would look cool, so let's do that. Let's grab this one. Let's make it smaller. These cobwebs, I know you guys think I spend way too much time on them, but they're so fiddly to actually set up in a scene. They really, really are. Fiddly things. Still way too big. I'll make it a little bit bigger actually. Too small now. Bring forward. Maybe we'll make it like the cobwebs in this corner of the box here. Move it down. And that should be good. What are we talking about? Android Lust says, sounds about right. Sniper Girl says, yeah, agreed. Might be choosing the wrong people. Sniper Echo says, anybody checked out the new Max and Maya? I think Euro downloaded it. I think he mentioned in the Discord that he downloaded it when it was released, the day of release. I haven't installed it yet because we have to sort of wait with the studio to make sure that it doesn't break anything in our pipeline. Because you are going to need upgraded plugins if you're upgrading from 2022 to 2023. If you're a Max user, I'm not sure about Maya. None of the plugins from 2022 will work in 2023 because Autodesk updated the SDK for Max. So yeah, we're just got to make sure that our pipeline, nothing in our pipeline breaks before we upgrade. But it's so sweet. Some of the new features are really cool. Like the new retopology is really cool because now you can keep the UVs of your mesh, which is super useful. Yeah. And I know for a fact one of the plugins I use actually has not been upgraded yet. I've got to wait for the developer to update it. It's the Mood Tools one, the poly reduction tool I use in Max. So yeah, I won't be upgrading until he upgrades that plugin. Yes, it's already out, Android Lust. It's been out for a few days now. So the new Maya and the new 3D Studio Max. Basically the entire suite of Autodesks has been updated to 2023 and released. No, these cobwebs were not made by the team. They were purchased. So these are not made by me or by the guys at the game studio. They were purchased from the marketplace. You guys know I made my own cobwebs for the attic. When we did the attic in the manor house, but for the forest area here, I wanted something that was a little bit different looking than the cobwebs that I made. because the cobwebs I made are actually 3D geometry, whereas these are alpha planes. I could get away with using 3D geometry for the ones that I did for the attic, because in the building during gameplay, you don't have everything loaded at the same time. Different rooms load in and out as you move through the building. So basically when you're up in the attic, there is nothing else loaded. So I could afford to increase the poly budget there. Whereas here, because you're in such a large open landscape, and this is a 2K by 2K landscape, so it's quite big, I wanted to make sure that it was better to use alpha planes, and it was easiest to grab them from the marketplace instead of making them. Not that they're hard to make, but yeah. Sniper Echo says, yeah, I thought I read it was last week. It was last week. Android Dust says, I looked at the release notes, so I'll update after I clear up some stuff. You see, I'm a bit jealous of you guys that can upgrade because you don't have to rely on a pipeline. I mean, I'd love to be playing with the new Macs right now. I just have to wait until everything's tested for our pipelines at the studios, at the ArchViz and the games. And I also need, like I said, that plugin from Mood Tools to be updated to 2023. It hasn't been done yet, so I imagine it will be soon. They're usually pretty on the ball with updates when new versions of Macs come out, because I use that plugin all the time. And again, it's a poly reduction plugin. It's called Polygon Cruncher, made by Mood Tools, the company. But Max has a built-in poly optimizer called Pro Optimizer, which is a poly reduction. I find that the Poly Cruncher does a bit better of a job than Max's built-in tool. And sometimes on some geometry, Max's is better. Most times Poly Cruncher is better. I usually try both of them and see which one gives me a better result when I'm working. And Unreal Engine 5, there's an announcement coming in, when is it? Tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Epic Games have a live stream on Twitch and YouTube. I'm not sure what time it is. I think it's like early afternoon, something at midday to 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. or something, US time, where they're making an announcement, an important announcement. We all know it's going to be Unreal Engine 5. So don't bet that house, Sniper Echo. Don't bet your virtual house and in Second Life, you'll lose it. It will be that. I'm pretty sure. Unless they're going to talk something, unless it's something to do with Fortnite, but I doubt it. And when they do that, then I will install Unreal Engine 5 and start playing with it. Although this game, well, yeah, yeah, I'll play with Unreal Engine 5. We'll see how we go. All these new things, all these new software toys that we've got to play with. Exciting times. I'm just a sad individual, aren't I? But it excites me. Android Lust says, I looked at the release notes. I'll update after I clear up. I don't know the release notes meant it was currently out. Didn't know the release notes meant it was currently out. Android Lust says, usually with updates, I update later than I should. Yeah, I always... There are some people, you know, that don't update their Autodesk software until Autodesk release the first update for that version. You know what I mean? Like the 0.1 or 0.2 update, like with Max 2022. Some people wait till they get to that stage to update. I mean, I can't wait that long. I've got to play with something new. See what new things have been added to Max. Sniper Echo says, that's not a bad thing. At least you know it will be stable. Well, that's true. Sniper Echo says, UE5 tomorrow. That's right. Are we all excited for the official, non-beta, non-preview version of Unreal Engine 5? Sniper Girl says, nice. And you've got your new video card, so you can start taking advantage of it straight away, Sniper Girl. All that sweet ray tracing goodness. Smurf says, Epic announces purchase of Second Life. Oh man, they'd have to be desperate to buy Second Life. Is it still around? I mean, I think it might be, maybe. Second Life, wow. And of course, we're going through the whole thing again now with the metaverse, as they call it. The metaverse is the next big thing, which was what Second Life was supposed to be 10 years ago. The metaverse is not going to become a big thing, not for about another decade probably, because hardware is just not up to the task yet. The general public won't be interested. You and I probably, you know, we're interested because we love technology, but the general public, no. They won't care. And it looks crap. I'm sorry, but I don't want to jump into a virtual world where I look like some cartoon character. No, so the general public won't either. I think they're all counting their chickens before they've hatched. All of these tech companies announcing the metaverse, Epic included. I mean, you can see why they're pushing it though. Epic and Facebook. I mean, it'll be big business for them. Sniper Echo says it will be UE5 safest houses. I think you're right. Sniper Echo says to Smurf. Sniper Girl says, not gonna lie, a version of Second Life and Unreal would actually be pretty cool. Oh no, please. Sniper Echo says, yeah, I agree. Sniper says, Sniper Echo, a new video card just in time. Yes, that's right. Because Sniper Girl bought an AMD video card. Smurf says, last I heard Second Life still has 500,000 or 1 million actives a month? Seriously? People are still getting into that crap? What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Man. Now the problem with a lot of these cobwebs is I can't see what they're like, because you can see that the thumbnails here are pretty much, because they're so sort of semi-transparent. I think in the alternate version, I don't think they've been changed. So, because we made some changes to the material, the guys and I at the studio. Yeah, these ones at least I can see what they are. Okay, and then I can go back to the other ones to place them. So, top corner, simple web. What do I want? What do I want? Sniper Girl says, still need to install the video card. Wasn't motivated to remove the fan and move it to install the card. You know, I'm the same way. You know how one of my hard drives died? It's still in the computer. It's unplugged, like I unplugged the power from it, so it doesn't power up because that stops Windows from booting. But I haven't pulled it out of the machine yet because I've been too lazy. I'd have to move the machine out to pull out the tray to take out the old 3.5-inch drive. So it's still sitting in there, just unpowered and gathering dust. I'm going to have to do that at some stage. So I feel your pain, Sniper Girl. I know it's like... Sniper Girl said, did 10 hours work tonight? That's a long day. A 10-hour day is a long day. You must be tired. They're just polygons. Hello, they're just polygons. Says, oh man, the era of Second Life corporate meetings. Oh no, really? I fortunately never had to go to a Second Life corporate meeting. I like a username too. They're just polygons. It's very cool. Android Lust says. Sniper Girl says, yeah, Second Life is actually doing good. Wow. They're just polygons. Why not? Sniper Girl asks why not. They're just polygon says, isn't Epic going in on Roblox competitor? I'm not sure. Sniper Echo says, I know a 3D artist that still makes 3D assets for it. It's about 50% of their income. Well, fair enough. I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, I don't understand why anyone would still be going into Second Life, but anyway. That's just me. Second Life, wow. Why? I say, why? But I find the whole metaverse thing to be pretty, this is the wrong one. I don't want this one. I'm in the wrong distance. So I want, Simple Cobweb Object 10, but not this version of it. I want this version, this one. Because these are the ones that we've made alterations to the material on. The original material was a little bit meh. So we changed it because we could. Where am I going to put this one? I might put this one. It can't be in a window, so that's no good. I don't really want it over the plant, so I guess it's got to go around about here. Back against the wall. And touching the ground. And you probably can't even see it from out here anyway. And these are really simple meshes. They're only like 40 polygons or something. They're just sheets, basically. Curved sheets. With an alpha map. Oh no, I deleted it by mistake. Oh man, Phil, hit the right button. There we go. Hang on, what were we saying here? Legis Polygon says core, I think it's called. Oh, okay, I haven't heard of it. Smurf says, Phil has strong opinions about Second Life. Certainly do. Andrew Dust says, I missed out on the initial Second Life craze, but I guess that craze never died. It doesn't sound like it. I mean, it surprises me. I thought it was long dead. Smurf says, nobody tell Phil about VR chat. Smurf Girl says, yeah, agree. I've got a virtual reality headset sitting right in front of me. So what are you guys talking about? Get some work done, Make It 3D says, yes, I'm trying. I am trying. It's like the chat scrolling is, like I said, a baby with those jiggling keys. It just, I get obsessed with the chat. Snubber Girl says, we'll be honest, I'm okay with having an anime style character in VR chat. If I ever get VR, I'll be sure to make a character. Yeah, well, I don't want to look like a cartoon character, so good for you. If you want to look like a cartoon character, more power to you. If I'm going to be in VR, I want to look like me. I want reality. If it's going to be virtual reality, it has to be like reality. None of this cartoon crap. Sniper Echo says, I hope Pixelogic never goes into creating a metaverse. That user interface would be something truly special. Yes, because you guys know how much I love the ZBrush's interface. Who bought Pixelogic? It was Maxwell, wasn't it? Purchased Pixelogic just recently. So that's interesting. Let's see what happens with future versions of ZBrush now that Maxwell owned them. Cobweb Wall 3. Simple Cobweb Object. Cobweb Top Corner 3. Yeah, let's see what that one's like. Cobweb Top Corner 3. I guess we should put one. Maybe around here. Is there any way I can put this in? Because it's such a strange shape. I'm going to have to scale it up. Which we want to do anyway, otherwise you'll never see it. And let's move it. Oh wow, it's one of those sort of ones. Alright, let's rotate it around. And I guess we can put it maybe. See, a lot of these webs were made for a straight roof and we don't have a straight roof, so we're going to have to get creative here. See, the other advantage here is I can set it up from back here and not worry about people looking at it too closely, because you can never get into the interior of the bridge in the game anyway. Otherwise, you'll fall to your death. Well, actually, you won't die. It's the game has a setup similar to GTA games, where if you jump somewhere that you shouldn't be, you will be teleported back to wherever you last jumped from. So instead of jumping into a ravine and dying, you'll jump into the ravine and be teleported back up to wherever it was you stepped off from. So it's there's no reason to punish the player as far as death goes in the game. It's a story-driven adventure sort of game. We don't need to kill the player. Hang on, what are we talking about? Let me scroll back up. See, the chat's moving too quick. Sniper Girl says, I don't feel that the metaverse from Meta is the future. I see something like VR chat being more in the direction they will end up going. Yeah, I think with the metaverse, they're trying to bring all the different things together in one space. So your gaming, your VR chat, your meetings. They're trying to, with the metaverse, create a virtual world where they all link into the one thing, like the internet, but visually. It's not going to happen, at least for the next 10 years, in my opinion anyway. In my humble opinion, I don't see it happening for the next 10 years because the technology is still not there. I mean, as much as I love playing with the VR headset, and I don't get sick, which surprised me, because when I first tried it, I used to. But when I use it now, I don't get sick, this VR headset. But it's uncomfortable to wear. They're still uncomfortable to wear. The graphics on them still isn't great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not amazing either. So, and all of that will take time and new tech, faster technology, faster processors and all that jazz. So I don't see it happening for 10 years. They might be pushing it now, but it won't happen for 10 years. It will happen eventually, but not for a while. I guess all these companies want to get in now so that they're positioned for when it does happen. Sniper Girl says the Sniper Echo. Oh yeah, special, that would be it. Naked 3D says, do you really need a lot of cobwebs? Yes, I do, because I like cobwebs. And they look cool. Cobwebs look cool. Not enough games use cobwebs. More games should be using cobwebs. You never have too many cobwebs. You know I love my cobwebs. Come on, give me a break. Smurfberry. Sniper Echo says, Meta doesn't seem to be getting much support at all. Android Lost says yes. Sniper Echo says, next game for Phil is VR chat. We can all meet in the manor. That would be pretty cool, actually. Android Lost says, in Maya's release notes, they've made a Create VR for Maya. Have they really? Sniper Girl says, the Smurf, it's a company that nobody trusts for a reason. The only reason why the Rift is so popular is due to how cheap it is compared to other options. When that changes, and it will change, then people will switch. It's the same with the Quest. I think the Quest is popular because it's cheap as well. Oh, well, yeah, the Rift is one of the... Yeah, no, I'm talking about the Quest 2. Oculus Quest 2. And so while they are getting better, because I think Sony are just about to release a new VR headset for the PlayStation, and it's supposed to be using all the latest whiz-bang technology, and it got reviewed well, like people that have tried it, because I don't think it's available yet to buy, but like at trade shows and stuff, people that tried it said that it was cool. I'm sure it is, but still, they're uncomfortable to wear. I don't care how good the technology is getting, they're still really uncomfortable to wear. Not because I get sick, but because just having this thing strapped to your face is uncomfortable. So if they can fix that, they can make them lighter, make them smaller. But again, that'll take a few years. Technology isn't there yet. But you're right, Sniper Girl, no one trusts Facebook, or Meta as they want to call themselves now, with good reason. Sniper Echo says to Android, that's interesting, didn't hear that. Smurf says, well, they're already getting rid of the perks of owning a perpetual ZBrush license. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Sniper Girl says, I'm very hopeful for the PSVR 2. The specs on it are amazing, and you already know some people will find a way to adopt it, attach it to the PC. Sniper Echo says to Sniper Girl, your advice last year, I think, was to get the Rift. Saved my ass. Not sure I thanked you for that. Was not to get the Rift, rather. Pardon me. Android Lost says, well, for one ZBrush perpetual license doesn't get free updates anymore, and that sucks, doesn't it? That was one of the benefits of when it was owned by Pixelogic. You got updates for other software for life for free. Not anymore. Thank you, Maxon. Sniper Girl says, you're welcome, like you. I want to get into VR, just not the Rift, or the Meta Rift, as they're going to name it soon. Sniper Girl says, sorry, wrong message was quoted. Sniper Echo says, I can't really call you out on that. I keep saying hi to myself. Sniper Girl says, just considering how Meta Facebook sells your info regardless of your opinion you select, and how you can be uniquely identified in a matter of seconds in VR is not a good combo. Sniper Echo agrees. Yeah, look, I have a Facebook account purely for the game. We set one up just for the game. I do not have personal Facebook. I will not have personal Facebook. But we do have an account for the game. And I have a Quest too, so it needs to be tied to a Facebook account. But I don't know if you guys have ever opened a Facebook account or used Facebook, but man, that is that site is a nightmare to use. Going through all of the settings to make sure that you turn everything off that shouldn't be on in 100 different places in their interface. It's awful. They obviously did it on purpose to make it as difficult as possible for you to turn stuff off, but it is the worst website interface I've ever used in my life. Facebook is terrible. It is terrible. I mean, Amazon's pretty bad as well, actually, the Amazon shopping experience, but that's for another time. But even Amazon's better compared to Facebook. Facebook's is just awful. They hide stuff everywhere. Again, on purpose, I'm sure. So. And they track everything. Smurf says, I'm not paying too close attention to their metaverse, but if they're serious, they'd be pushing protocols, not platforms. This is true, but I think they have called OpenVR or something, is the SDK that you can use to program for virtual reality, and that is cross-platform, so it's not specific to either the Quest or the Vive or anything like that. I believe it's called OpenVR. I could be wrong because I haven't looked into it enough. And Facebook are pushing that now. It used to be they had their own proprietary sort of SDK for their headsets, but they're moving now to this OpenVR thingy. Or was it OpenEX? It's Open something or other. Epic Games are also incorporating it into the Unreal Engine. So I guess that's good for VR. It's all heading towards an open source SDK. Well, no, maybe not open. Yeah, I think it is open source. Sniper Girl says, with VR chat, you can watch live concerts, hang out, or visit worlds that users create. Add the ability to launch and play games with friends, and that would be the metaverse. Well, that's true. I mean, I don't know with this what you guys call this VR chat. Is that cross-platform virtual reality? Because I know that the Quest has a lot of different applications for chat, virtual reality chat. You can watch movies together in a virtual cinema, and you can get together in like an office environment if you want to do virtual meetings and stuff. So that's all part of the Quest. Andrew Luss says, battery life on standalone VR headsets are This is true. What I've done with mine, I'll just show you guys because it's right in front of me. If I can get it in my camera view, I've attached a battery pack. Let me get it in front of my camera, my chair, so that it doesn't disappear like that. Yeah, I've attached like this battery pack here, which is, I think it's 15 hours. So the Quest itself gives you about 3 hours use, and the battery pack here extends that by another 15 hours. So I never want to wear this thing for 18 hours to begin with. So if I wanted to, I could. Simply because it's way too uncomfortable to wear for extended periods of time. Not because it makes me sick, it's just too uncomfortable. It gets too hot, it's too heavy. Yeah. But the battery pack, you can get around it that way with the battery pack. Sniper Girl says $200 share, so true. Smurf says email is so widespread because the communication protocol was set up early and anyone could make software that would communicate with any other email software. Smurf says if all these modern companies want to make their own slice of the metaverse, but there's no intercommunication protocol, then there will be no metaverse. But there is this open VR, I think it is. Platforms die, people move on. Sniper Echo says this year alone there is at least 15 new VR headsets announced. Oh, wow, really? Everybody's getting in on the game, hey? Sniper Girl says, sorry, meant the Oculus Quest 2. Oh, okay. Sniper Girl says, half asleep and bet I'll get yelled at in your comments. You'll get a slap in a minute. But you're tired, so that's okay. No slap for you. No Phil slap / Will slap. I actually quite like that. Sniper Echo suggested that last week. Instead of calling it a Phil slap, we should call it a Will slap because of Will Smith. And that is very cool. That's a cool idea. I don't want him to sue me though. Sniper Girl says, just Google. Looks like it's on both Steam VR and also through Oculus. Oh, well, there you go. VR Chat is the app. Okay. See, again, I like playing with the Oculus Quest 2, but I mean, I'm not going to keep it on my head for a meeting or even for a virtual chat. Bugger that. It's too uncomfortable. And I want better graphics. Not that the graphics are bad. Like Half-Life Alyx, that's a very cool game in VR that you can play on the Quest 2 through Steam VR. And the graphics in that are really nice. So it can be done. But yeah. Another girl says, 10 hours of factory work, I have my excuse. You do. You certainly do. I won't give you a hard time. Okay, so let's get some work done here. So I think maybe just a couple more cobwebs down on this end here because you will be able to look at it from here. The player, that is, once you find a way across the ravine. So we need some cobwebs down here. I won't get too carried away. I am trying to control myself. I am trying. Kamal, hey Kamal. Kamal says, hello everybody. Hello to you too, Kamal. I hope you had a good weekend. We're doing some cobwebs, Kamal, and on the bridge. More cobwebs, because you can never have too many cobwebs. So you watch, I'll try and select this and the particle effect will be selected. There we go. Let's get real close, and if that doesn't work, then I'll turn the particle effect off. And it still didn't work. And that worked. So let's duplicate this mesh. Sorry for if you guys can hear that banging in the background, that's one of my neighbors. Sorry about that. I don't know what they're doing. So let's move this one down the other end. We're going to want to rotate it 180 degrees. And instead of putting it in exactly the same spot as the last one, let's move this one over a little bit. Maybe move it over to the other side so we can actually see it. Might be a good idea. Pull it back. Just got to make sure that you can't see it from, because you can see it sticks through the roof. Unfortunately, we can't really do a lot about that because it was not made for an angled surface. So we've got to make sure we can't see it from down here. So if I just pull it down enough so it's just below the roof line, I think we should be right. I'm just going to duplicate it one more time. And again, I'm running this, oh, there we go. This is why with these particle effects, I generally leave them until the scene has been set up before I add them in. Don't ask me why I added it in early. I can't tell you. I just did. I was too impatient. Let's move this one. You know, there's always banging where I live. You wouldn't want peace and quiet, I tell you. I mean, I do live in the inner city, so I guess it's to be expected, but sometimes I would like just a little bit more peace and quiet. Is that too much to ask for? Do I not deserve just a little bit of peace and quiet? I'm not going to ask you guys. I know what your answer would be. No. And with this one we might just make it a little bit smaller so it's not quite so obvious that it's just a duplicate of the one next to it. Maybe a little bit smaller still. Move it up. Move it out. Move it up. Kamal says, thank you, Phil. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you too. And remember, guys, if you're not in the United States, so if you're in the US, ignore what I'm going to say now. But if you're not in the United States, so you live somewhere else in the world, the streams start 1 hour earlier now because daylight savings has finished in Australia where I live, which means because I stream on US time, that the stream starts 1 hour earlier. Sniper Girl's tired but good. Sniper Echo says, sounds like Bill has a 3D artist locked in the back room, churning out locked in the back room, churning out assets. Yeah, I don't know who it is. I think it's my neighbour on this side, which will be this side for you guys. This side. Yeah, she moved in. She's a new neighbour. I think she moved in about a month or two ago, and so I think she's still setting things up. I think that's what's going on. The neighbour on the other side is the one that cooks 600 times a day. Smurf says, bang, bang, my baby shot me down. Yes, I'm sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about the banging. Hopefully the music drowns it out a little bit. Android Love says, peace and quiet happens at 3 a.m. Well, this is true, and this is probably another reason why I do work until like 2 or 3 in the morning. Because, mind you, if it really bothers me, I just put my headphones in, my earphones in, to listen to music or something. But yeah, you're right. Early hours of the morning, it's nice and quiet, for sure. One of the few times it is. Morag! Hey, Morag. Sorry, it's taken me a while to see you in chat. I hope you had a good weekend, Morag. It's good to see you. Sniper Echo says, hey. Kamal says, same here. Now watching my favourite late night show, Phil Stream. Oh, thank you, Kamal. So yeah, couple more cobwebs. That's what we're doing, isn't it? Cobwebs, yes. That's my old brain, it forgets things really quickly and really easily. Maybe we should add a couple of cobwebs to this little, what is this? This divider thing, this barrier. That's it, barrier, that's the word I'm looking for. What about the cobweb floor 2? Let's see what that one looks like. Cobweb floor 2. Scale it up. Let's move it into position. Let's put it maybe over on this side. Maybe push it over toward the corner a little bit. And where you've got one cobweb, you've got to have another one. So let's add guess we could add cobweb 16. Let's rotate it around. We'll have it up against the stand. And bring it down to the floor. See, now it's in the middle of the stand. So let's scale it up. Scale it up a little bit more. And I might just rotate it a little bit, so it's a little bit forward. Makes it just a little bit more noticeable. Although it's very subtle anyway. Okay, so we got those two cobwebs there. And we just need a couple more just through here. So let's copy a couple of these, I think. Let's duplicate this one over here. I'm going to scale it up so it's a bit bigger. And let's put it on the other side, so we'll rotate it 180 degrees. Move it down. And I think we need one around about, actually maybe one up in a corner like this might be cool to balance things up a little bit more. Kamal says same here, now watching hey Morag. Morag says got to sleep because I work in 5 hours. Good to see you, Morag. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. You have a good night's sleep. Snappy Girl says, hi. Morag says, was dealing with topology hell until now. And you'll go to sleep and you'll dream topology. Morag says to Snappy Girl, tired but trying to remain chill. Android Lust says, retopology is heavenly though. Yeah, but Android Lust is one of those people that likes to do UV mapping as well, I think. So Morag says, yeah, I hope I was retopologizing, but it's a subdivision model. Kamal says, is Phil using Unity now? No, I'm using the Unreal Engine, Kamal. UE4. As Smurfberry says, nope, still Unreal. Smurf says, Phil, do you have opinions about Unity? Yeah, I've not used Unity. What I've seen of it though, it looks very capable and very good. I mean, I know people that do like it, so yeah, I don't know what to say. I haven't used it personally. I do like the Unreal Engine. I'm used to the tools and the layout, but I've heard good things about Unity, so. Yes, good night, that Sniper Girl says, Snorak. You have a good night's sleep. What's your mistake, Kamal? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hugh. Morag says it's capable in capable hands. That's my opinion of Unity. Unreal is quite a bit more beginner friendly. There you go. That's from somebody that's used it. I do, like I said, I do like Unreal. Epic have put a lot of work into creating really good artist tools, which is what I really like and really appreciate. The fact that the tools and as an artist to create stuff are really artist friendly and really good in the Unreal Engine. So, but I'm not saying Unity isn't. I just haven't used it, so I don't know. So yeah, we need something here. We need something quite big. Maybe cobweb object 2. Cobweb object 2. Let's see what this one is. Okay, might work, but we're going to scale it up quite a bit. Let's rotate it. Move it maybe forward and up. Maybe. Let's move it down. And again, we have to remember, as a player, they're only ever going to be able to get this close to it anyway. Or from the other direction, that close to it. So, that's interesting. I might actually add one more through here. I might duplicate that and put one here. I know I'm starting to get a bit nuts with the cobweb, so I'm just going to add 1 or 2 more and then we'll say that it's it's done. I wonder if I should rotate that around. So it's wide at the top, down to the point at the bottom. Android Lust says, I've never touched Unity, but I have a Unity sticker on my car. Kamal says, same here, Android Lust. I don't want to burn my brain because Substance does that on these days. Actually, Kamal, you posted in the gallery, didn't you? Oh, that car you were working on. It's looking really, really cool. I'll show it just before I sign off today on the stream, because it does look really nice. Nice renders, nice texturing. You're doing a beautiful job on that car. Really lovely. Make It 3D has also posted a car image. I'll show that as well just before I sign off today. So remind me if I forget, guys. Make It 3D and Kamal, I want to show the your work. Make It 3D has also posted another image of the Metaverse gallery, which we'll show as well. No problem. Yeah, no, it's beautiful work. You've done really lovely work, Kamal. Morag says, what is bothering you with Substance? So I think maybe we'll just add another cobweb to... I do this sort of thing a lot. I don't know how you guys work, but when I'm sort of setting a scene up or designing a scene, you guys have seen how I work, but I generally like to also, I don't do it on stream because it's just, I can't do it on stream, but I like to get to an angle where I'm looking at whatever it is I'm working on, and then I get up and I walk back like 6 feet, so I look at it from a distance, and I find that really helps me to sort of make sure the scene looks balanced. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, it helps me sometimes to actually get up and walk back from the screen and look at it. I don't know if you guys have tried that, but yeah, I find that can be really helpful. Don't know why, it just seems to be getting a bit of distance from whatever it is you're designing helps me to sort of make sure everything is balanced and looks right. But yeah, obviously I can't do that on stream because I disappear from the camera view. Android Love says, I want to imagine Unity isn't too far-fetched from Unreal besides the programming part. I think they're very similar. Unity and Unreal are really, really similar. So... Cobweb. I think maybe... Maybe around about here. Let's see. So let's duplicate this large one. And let's move it this way, rotate it around. I might bring it forward a little bit. I might scale it back just a little bit. Let's just deselect it and have a look. Hopefully you guys can see these cobwebs on stream. They are very subtle. I think what they might be doing, I think that banging is, yeah, I think they're doing some work on like the outside balcony. That's what it sounds like to me. And I told you guys, not far from where I live is a train station for the suburb, one of the train stations, the train station for the suburb, and they're actually redoing it completely. So they're actually going to be like digging a section out. So at the moment the train crosses the main road with boom gates, and what they're doing is they're taking away the boom gates and they're going to make the station, put the station like underground. And that work's going on at the moment as well, and that's not too far from where I live. Like, it's only like a 3-minute walk from where I live, so that's fun. There's banging going on everywhere. Morag says, have you watched the latest Unity trailer? The cinematic division crushed it again. No, I haven't. I have to check it out. Sniper Girl says, will this be a cobweb stream? No, I think we're almost done with the cobwebs here. I'm just still looking over it to make sure everything looks balanced, but I'm going to control myself with the cobwebs. Kamal says to Morak, I'm a beginner of Substance. By the time I recognised that there are too many ways to discover, I actually loved it. I like Substance Painter. It's a good program. I like Mari as well. It's another good program for doing texturing work on 3D models. How do I pronounce your name? Adviz, I'm just going to call you Adviz, I'm sorry. Best followers, primes and viewers on Mistrum Store, remove the space. Is this a bot? What is this? No, maybe not, I don't know. Moro has posted a link, latest Unity demo. Absolutely crazy. Nightbot timed out. Yeah, don't, Morak, if you're not a sub to my channel, do not post links in Twitch chat. You will get timed out by Nightbot or one of the mods. If you want to post a link, post it in the Discord server, because only subscribers can post links in Twitch chat. That's why the Discord is there. But Morak posted a link to the Unity demo. I will repost it for you, so you guys can visit it if you want, but didn't see the link that Morag posted because Nightbot removed it. Morag says, can't post a link, privilege please. Morag says, I love Substance Designer, painted well, it's nice and user friendly, but definitely not performance friendly. I like Painter. Designer is harder to, Designer is a full-on program, it really is. Andrew Last is laughing. So yes, I'm just checking the scene here to see if there's any, to make sure it looks balanced basically. Make sure there's nothing I want to change. So that little corner is fine with the cobwebs, that little corner is fine with the cobwebs. We've got a cobweb on the barrier, and then we've got the cobwebs through the bridge itself. The only other place I thought a cobweb might be cool would be to like spanning one of these holes. Might look cool. Or even spanning one of the windows. This hole probably might be a bit too big for a spider to get across to span perhaps, but we could do a corner. It might be cool. Maybe put some cobwebs in the corner here. Let's do that. More cobwebs. I want all the cobwebs. Let's see. Cobweb ceiling, corner. Do I have something that will be suitable? That's the question. Cobweb corner. Bang, 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 bang. What are we talking about? Kamal says to Morek, I bought my second SSD today. What size SSD is it, Kamal? Morek says, I hope it's big. Kamal says, I hope too. Loading time at startup drives me crazy. Morek says, Phil wants to make a spider silk rope. I know your secrets. A strong rope is a powerful tool. What size Kamal SSD did you buy? Let me see. Is there a cobweb here that will work for me? Corner, it's not really what I want. Can't really see anything that I like. Maybe one of the corner ones, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, I think we really need something maybe just in there. A 480 gig, nice, Kamal. Well, that's a good size, actually. Yeah, 480 gigabytes is good. Because I found with SSDs I bought in the past, 250 gig, yeah, you fill that up pretty quickly, but 480 gig, you should be good for a little while. Yes, so nice. No hard drive. Yes, again, I'm the same. I have no mechanical hard drives left in my computer, my main my main work machine. Actually, not even in the stream machine. Everything's SSD now, no mechanical hard drives, and it's so quiet. I love it. So quiet and so fast. Like loading and saving. Andrew Luss says, I was thinking about getting an M.2 drive. They're cheaper than I thought. You know what I've found? That the M.2 NVMe drives are cheaper than the SATA drives, and they're much faster. At least, yeah, because I've been looking recently, I've been thinking about getting another SSD for my machine. I'm starting, you guys know, when I start to get, when my drives start to get to the end here, I start to freak out. So, yeah, and I've noticed that an M.2 NVMe drive is cheaper than a SATA hard drive, SSD drive rather. What's that about? I mean, and I do have one spare I've got two M.2 NVMe SSDs installed on the motherboard already, but I do have space for one more. So because it comes with 3 slots for M.2, so I do have space for one more, and I have found that they're cheaper than the SATA ones in the little enclosures. It's insane. I don't know. I understand why. They're more of a pain to put in the machine though, because I'd have to take out my graphics card to get to the slot where the M.2 is, whereas a SATA one I can just open the back of the machine and plug it in. So SATA is much more convenient. but it's more expensive and it's much slower than an M.2, so go figure. More expensive and slower. Morek, so yeah, I understand what you're saying, Android Lust. They're getting cheap. Morek says, yeah, they're getting really nice. Android Lust says, well, in the US it's cheaper. Yeah, they're getting cheaper here too. Morek says, I got a 1TB 980 Pro. Nice. It's Samsung 980 Pro. All of my SSDs are Samsung as well. Morek says, everything is so fast. Yeah, Morek says, my hard drive is turned into storage. Everything I use is on SSD, so hard drive can go to sleep. The only hard drives I have left that I use are external backup drives now. All of my main machines here, both the stream machine and my main work machine, SSD, only SSD. Particularly after my two, what were they, 3TB drives? Yeah, both of them crapped out and I lost all the data on them. That put me off mechanical hard drives now for life, so only SSDs now. Because they're much faster anyway. And they're quiet, they're so quiet. I don't even hear my machine on. Because, you know I use liquid cooling for my CPU. So the only fans that I have are on the graphics card, and they turn off when the graphics card isn't being taxed anyway, because that's just part of Asus's BIOS for their 3090, so that when the graphics card isn't being stressed, the fans stop moving. So it's so quiet. The same with my power supply. It stops the fan. The fan doesn't move on it until you hit a certain load. So quiet. Love it. Kamal says, I have issues with RAM. This week I will upgrade from 16 to 24 gig. Nice. For 16 gig is usually, unless you're doing a lot of graphics work, I guess, then you would probably need more. But generally 16 gig is okay. Morek says, when I start rendering, I assume I'll have to get myself a NAS or a cloud solution. Kamal says, with 16 gig of RAM, it's hard to work. Yeah, if you're doing a lot of graphics stuff, like, how much... I've got Max open in the background and we're working with Unreal, okay? So let's see how much RAM I'm using at the moment. Just going to pull this over. So I'm using 22 gigabytes of memory, just with having Max open in the background with no scene loaded, just Max is open, and with Unreal open. So yeah, I could see how 16 gig could start to get a bit tight. For sure. What are we talking about? So you'll find your 24 gig might be a good sweet spot, Kamal. Sniper Girl says, holy crap, the 1TB 980 Pro isn't expensive. Can get them for what? Yeah, no, they're really cheap, the 1TB ones. The 2TB are still a little exy, but and the 4TB are still mega exy. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of, sell as many 1TB drives as they can, because I don't know if you'll notice, but the preview, you remember how you used to be able to buy 32 gig and 64 gig SSDs back when SSDs first came out? But you virtually can't find them anymore. So they dropped the old smaller capacities as capacity gets bigger and bigger. So I think what's going on now is these companies are trying to get rid of stock of 1TB. Not that they're going to stop making 1TB, but because they're trying to push, they're going to start trying to push people into the larger and larger capacities now. Now that they're starting to get cheaper for the bigger capacities. So they'll be more popular. Andrew Lutz says, yep. Somebody else says, I thought I would be a lot more. Totally will have to get one. Yeah, do. You'll love it. Particularly an M.2 NVMe. Wow. They're so fast. The 980 Pro is a really good SSD as well. Morek says, yep, that's what I mean, Sniper Girl. It's currently one of the most reliable M.2s. Go for it. And you have Gen 4 support. Android says 16 gig was okay. Nothing else says awesome. Saved on my wish list. Morek says the 2 terabyte option is quite expensive though, so I skipped on it. Yeah, anything above 1 terabyte is still getting exy. Still expensive. Nothing else says 284 for the 2 terabyte. Yeah. Morek says, soon chat, soon we will have all the memories. Kamal says, I loved your system, Phil. Oh, thank you, Kamal. Andrew Lost says, those old small SSDs were trash anyway. Yeah, they pretty much were. Android Lost says, I had one die on me. Smurf says, I hope my M.2 will prove to be reliable over time. I've had a Samsung NVMe M.2 sitting in my stream machine. It's a 500 gigabyte. And it's been in the machine now for about, must be at least 2 to 3 years. I've never had a problem with it. None of the SSDs I've bought I've had a problem with. I have in another machine over in the corner, I have a Crucial I can't remember what the brand is. It's Crucial. It's Crucial. Yeah, it's Crucial as the brand. It's, I think, about one of those 250 gigabyte ones, and I've had that for like maybe 6 years, 5 years. Never had a problem with it. So generally SSDs have been pretty reliable, at least for me. Touch wood. Unlike those hard drives, those untrustworthy hard drives, both of which crashed on me, but both of which stopped working. Seagate. Sniper Girl says, I have my M.2 already for my main hard drive. I don't think it's 1 terabyte though. Kamal says, I think I have the lowest configuration here. It doesn't matter as long as it works for you. Sniper Girl says, NVMe, it's 1 terabyte M.2. Morek says, thing is you want to actively use the M.2 and then transfer finished things onto long-term storage solutions. Which is, yeah, again, what I do as well. I have a NAS, which has hard drives in it. I also have external hard drives that I do manual. Like, I have Macrium as my backup solution. It does automatic backups every day. Every day, all of my hard drives get backed up to the NAS. I also have an external hard drive connected directly to my main work machine where I manually copy stuff that's mega important, just to be on the safe side. But I don't, I just want to make sure so the really important stuff I have access to in a couple of different spots backed up. Andrew Doss says M.2 better be reliable. Sniper Girl says, no, I did spend a lot more on it. Smurf says, I don't fully trust solid state storage because the manufacturers keep cruddy tech like multi-layer NAND to save memory. This is true. Now, the other thing, and I mentioned it on stream before too, remember with an SSD, unlike a hard drive, when a hard drive, usually, mine just died, but usually when a hard drive is dying, you get warning. You start getting bad sector writes and that sort of thing. So you get a little bit of warning so you can back your stuff up. With an SSD, as soon as one of those memory chips goes bad, it's dead. You cannot access it. So unlike a hard drive where you might get some warning it's going to die, with an SSD, if it's going to die, it's just going to die with no warning. There is software like Magician is for Samsung, which does report on the health of the drive. But still, generally with an SSD, when it dies, it just dies. No warning. Keep that in mind. Having said that, none of mine have died yet. So, and I've had, like I said, the Crucial one is like 5 or 6 years old and it's still fine. Smurf says, got to be super scrupulous when investigating a purchase. You do, particularly these days because they swap bits and pieces, and particularly with SSDs. Make sure you do your research really well. Kamal says, how much RAM can your system handle? My system, I think, can go up to 128 gigabytes. I have 64 gigabytes installed. In my main machine, I think I've got 32 gigabytes in the stream machine. I do a lot of photogrammetry work, and it can chew up the RAM, so that's why I've got so much RAM, because of all the photogrammetry stuff I have to do for the ArchViz Studio. Kamal's Workshop says 32, I guess. Android Love says that's why I still have hard drives. Smurf says an entire 128 gigabytes. Sniper Girls that says 128 gig max. Wow, yeah, that's the max that my machine can take. My motherboard, but I only have 64 gig installed. I'd like 128 gig, but no, 64 gig is pretty much the sweet spot for what I've been doing. Now, yeah, I've got to have. This will be an entire stream of cobwebs. You know, I want to put a cobweb over here, so I've got to find a cobweb. Cobweb corner. No. I need something that'll hang. Well, it's going to be really difficult actually no matter what I do. It's really weird. Like, I have corner pieces, but I think they need like, well, maybe. Cobweb corner 2, let's see what that one is. Cobweb corner 2. Maybe I can make this work. Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. Let's scale it up to begin with because it's too small. And let's rotate it around, I guess this way. It's a bit like Tetris putting these cobwebs in. Over, down. Let's just make it a little bit bigger. Make sure it's sitting in that little corner. Okay. So cobweb there, cobweb there. I don't know whether it's this the design of this cobweb. There's something about it I just don't quite like. Yeah, I don't like this cobweb. Is there one I can replace it with? Like I won't put more cobwebs anyway, but I want to replace this one here, and there's one down there. Smurf says my system is the same. Made sure the motherboard could support 128, but I only have 64 installed. Sniper Girl says I have 32. Was thinking of getting 64 down the road. Android Lust says I thought most ATX board can handle 128. Most can, I think. Can handle 128 gig. I think Threadripper boards can be 256 gig. Morek says to Kamal, now you got 3 8 gig, right? Morek says Threadripper could handle 256. Yes. Ryzen 9 can go up to 128 gig. Kamal says yes. This week I will have nice 3 8 gig sticks. Morek says one of the RAM slots will work in half speed, but it will still be good. Yeah, because you can't with 3 sticks. You work in half speed. You need 2 or 4 to be working in dual speed. Kamal says I think I must be silent as the poorest. No. As the poorest man here. Look, technology is expensive. Buying computer hardware is expensive for sure. Particularly recently with, everything that's gone on in the world with the human malware. It's pushed the price of everything up. Monitors, motherboards, graphics cards. It's just been terrible. Everything's been so expensive. Android Lost says, you might not like that cobweb because the lighting isn't built. You could be correct. That could be it. I don't know though. I just think the shape of it. I just don't know if I like the shape of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just of everything that when I'm looking at the scene of everything, this is the one cobweb sort of my eye keeps being drawn to it for some reason, and I don't know that I really like the shape of it. Morag says, if you want, when I get my salary, I can help with another 8. Oh, that's nice of you, Morag. Android Lust says, and depending on where you live, hardware can be more expensive. This is true as well. As Morag says, inflation is one hungry beast, and it's, yeah, the world is having a problem with inflation at the moment. Everywhere in the world, all countries. They're really worried about it. Smurf says, I might finally be able to get a GPU this summer. I know you guys have been waiting forever because they've been so expensive, the GPUs. I wonder if it's the position that I don't like. I wonder if I move it down closer. Yeah, let's see what that. Let's see if that's it. Let me move it so it's down a bit closer to this border here. It could be what's making me not like it, maybe, or maybe not. Yeah, I can't say I still love it. Kamal says, God bless you, dude, but just kidding. Morag says, I'm waiting for Nvidia to announce the 40 series so I can get one at MSRP. Unless the MSRP is insane. Look, you can buy at MSRP generally if you try and buy right when it's released. Don't wait too long. Although, and it was miners and stuff that pushed the price up, and a lack of supply, and everybody working from home and wanting a graphics card. It was just a perfect storm of bad. So hopefully the 40 series won't be quite so bad now that we're all not being locked in our houses. The 40 series they're predicting will be released between September and October, sort of thing. September, November. So a little bit later than Nvidia normally release their new series. Normally it's around the middle of the year or just in the new year, like in the new financial year. But they're saying that they're going to be pushed back a little bit this year. Whether that's true or not, we'll find out, I guess. My worry with the new 40 series from Nvidia is power. You guys know that the 3090 Ti has just been released, and that's one power-hungry video card. It needs 500 watts of power just for the video card. So it absolutely guzzles the power, and it throws a lot of heat out. My concern with the new 40 series of video cards from Nvidia is they're going to be the same. They're going to you know, you're going to need a 1000 watt power supply to run them, and they're going to get really hot. So we'll find out, I guess. They are supposed to be fast, but yeah, I'm worrying about. It's concerning that these video cards from Nvidia are starting to really require huge amounts of power to run. Smurf says it'll be insane, probably the MSRP. Sniper Girl says to Smurf, honestly, know the feeling. If it wasn't for getting a little inheritance, I wouldn't have been able to afford one. They are. That's the other thing. They're so expensive, video cards now. You know, it used to be look, Phil's going to go on a rant now. It used to be that you could buy a video card for like $200 to $300. Now you got to spend $2,000 to $3,000. I mean, geez, it's so expensive. Really, really, really expensive. This is why a lot of people are doing console gaming now, because you can buy a console for $600 where you got to spend $2,000 on a video card. It's insane. Oh, you know I'm a PC Master Race gamer. I love my gaming on the PC. I would never be a console peasant, but I can see why people do buy consoles and not PCs. Something's got to change. It's getting insane. Morik says, and there is a 30% performance increase prediction as well. I just don't know how they do that. They shrink I think they're shrinking the node. That's how they're doing the performance increases. So I believe that the next 40 series will be on like a 5 nanometer or something, I think. Whereas the current cards like the 3090 and 3090 Ti, all the 30 series, I think they're on an 8 nanometer. So by shrinking the node, they can get performance increases that way. Just by making the things smaller, the transistors smaller. Lorik says, yeah, I'm concerned about heat. I might have to get a new case just to make sure it will have a good thermal. Yeah, the heat is going to be bad, I can tell you now, because there's the rumor is the 40 series are going to use like 600 watts of power, just the video card, which means, you know, heat. The more power, the more heat. I believe AMD cards aren't as bad because the node that they use is smaller. So, yeah. But the video cards aren't generally as fast as NVIDIA's, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Smurf says they do that by making the card thicker. Well, the 3090 Ti aftermarket is like 3.5 slot wide cooling solution, so it's like, you know, that it's like a brick. Literally about as wide as a brick. My 3090, which is about 2.5 slot wide, but yeah, the 3090 Ti, 3.5 slot wide. It's huge. Snappy Girl says it's going to take a while, but when I get 30,000 points, you're playing Getting Over It. Will be 2 hours of torture and rage. Well, I think Hellforge wants me to is going to redeem if he's in the chat tomorrow. He wants me to play what is it? What's that game? You guys know, you were in the chat last week. Help me here, Smurfberry. Number 2 of Mass Effect 2. So he wants to redeem that game. So if he's in stream tomorrow, I'll be playing Mass Effect 2. I've already got Origin reinstalled and stuff. So yes, I'm looking forward to that Getting Over It game. It does look like torture. Snappy Girl says, yeah, agreed. We'll be honest. If I didn't get into doing 3D, I wouldn't have gotten a video card. I would have just bought a PS5. Yeah, I know, and that's what way a lot of people think. And I can understand why, because they're so expensive. Andrew Lust says 600 watts of heat. That's right. Snappy Girl says, wow, yeah. Morek says, I'm so glad I have this 1300 watt PSU I got because the IT guy couldn't sell it to anybody. I have a 1000 watt power supply as well. Not 1300, but 1000. I did that to future proof because I knew where things were heading as far as power consumption goes, and it ain't good. And I wanted to make sure I had enough power to run the 3090 with the 10900K. But when I do an upgrade next, I won't be upgrading piecemeal. Like I won't buy a new motherboard or anything. I'll do a complete new system. So I'll have to buy a new power supply then anyway. In the past, I haven't done that. In the past, I've like reused my case, reused my power supply when I've upgraded bits and pieces. But because it took me so long to build this machine, and because I like the look of it the way it is, I don't want to dismantle it, so I'll keep it as complete, and I'll buy a new case, a new power supply, a new motherboard when I upgrade. But I'm not planning on upgrading for another couple of years. So, like at the moment, Intel have the 1200 series CPUs. So this year they'll release the 1300, and then next year in 2023 they'll release the 1400, and that's when I'll upgrade. So I'm not planning on upgrading my machine this year, but I probably will next year. And by then we'll see if NVIDIA have another new series, the 550 series, 5 series of graphics cards. We'll see. So I won't be upgrading to the 4000 series. I'm going to stick to the 3000 NVIDIA graphics card. Then when I upgrade the main machine again with the CPU, then I'll probably upgrade the video card. But that won't be until next year, more than likely. Because this machine, it's fine. It's speedy. I can't complain. Morag says to Sniper Girl, yeah, well, knowing what you're doing to Phil. Sniper Girl says that it's not used on ArtStation, Twitter or Twitch. Morag says he was, what's this? We ever see Phil's setup pictures? I don't think I have actually. I should take some pics of the of my setup and post them on the Discord. I'll do that. Because I don't think I've shown you guys my setup. I will do that. I'll post some pictures of my desk and my setup here and pop it on the Discord in the general chat. Sniper Girl says, those succubus is a demon or supernatural entity in folklore in female form that appears in dreams to seduce men, usually through sexual activity. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, oh, that's right. I was not quite happy with that, but how are we going for time? Wow. I have spent an entire stream doing cobwebs. How about that? But I just like doing it so much. I love my cobwebs. I think that's enough cobwebs. I don't think we need any more in here. I don't know that I like the design of this one, but for the moment we'll leave it there. Because I can't immediately see anything that I like better. I don't think. I might just scale this one up a little bit. I just want it to be a little bit bigger. Just so it's a little bit more noticeable. Yeah, that bothers me, the shape of that cobweb, but anyway. Morag says, yes, we will provide some PC porn for Phil. Smith says, no more cobwebs next time. No, the next stream we're going to be working on the cottage, the destroyed cottage, caretaker's cottage. Morag says, okay, Sniper Satan. Kamal says, I want to see Phil's system in my dreams tonight. I'll take pictures of my setup and I'll post them in the Discord after the stream so you guys can check them out in the general chat in the Discord. So I'll post a picture of my desk and my setup and then a close-up of my main machine. Morag says, Phil, next time just replace the bridge with one big cobweb. I like doing cobwebs though, they're fun. But I think that's enough cobwebs. I really do. I think that's it. The only thing I'd make will be to I'm just noticing this should not be here. While I notice it, let me fix this. Let me get rid of that. I think it's in the foliage. Select. Yes. Is that part of that? Oh, it is part of that. Okay. Maybe we can move it back. That's annoying. We may have to just get rid of it, I think. Oh, I know. No, we'll scale it back. That's what we'll do. So we'll scale it. Move it over. Move it up. And move it back. This is like a dirt piece. There we go. Just so it's hidden. There are still multiple passes that need to be done over the environment to make sure that there aren't any weird things happening anywhere. We're still at the stage of setting it up at the moment. So I think we can call our bridge cobwebbed up and done. So let's do a save all. And again, I'm just going to save current. And have some coffee. Thank you, Hellforge. Hey, Hellforge, it's good to see you, buddy. Android Lust says, Phil's setup is probably really clean. It is clean. Actually, how did you guess? It is clean. It's my OCD. I can't help myself. If I see any dust, then I got to clean it. Helpwood says, no more cobwebs. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. No more cobwebs. We're done with the cobwebs. That's enough cobwebs. And some cobwebs on either end and we're done. Done with the cobwebs. It's good to see you, Helpwood. I was just saying, if you're going to be in the chat tomorrow, you still want me to play that game? Tell me. And because I want to make a post to Twitter telling all my followers that we'll be playing a game. Because you mentioned last week you wanted me to play Mass Effect 2. Helpwood says, hi y'all, sorry I missed all the stream today, no problem. Morik says, I seriously got to sleep. Yes, I thought you were going to bed like an hour ago, Morik. You have a good night's sleep, Morik. Thanks for being here and saying hi. And yeah, have a good night's sleep, buddy. Good night to you as well. Helpwood says, I'm probably going to miss tomorrow or be super late. Got some stuff. Okay, that's fine. We can do it next week or the week after. There's no rush. Just so now that I know, I don't have to make the tweet, so that's cool. So we will be doing more work in the game tomorrow. Sniper Girl says night. Kamal says it's nice to meet you, mate. Andrew Lust says latest Morag. Helpwood says so keep going with the game for now. I'll throw the game at you some other time. Okay, no problem. Sounds good, Helpwood. Morag says did it again. Whoops. So yeah, we're not going to be doing any more cobwebs to the bridge. The bridge is cobwebbed up enough. We are going to tomorrow be working on the caretaker's cottage in the stream. So but what I want to do is I want to show the work that you guys posted in the Discord server. So let's have a look at that. And we're going to start with the car that Make It 3D posted because it looks really cool. Let's have a look. Let's just minimize that. And open up that. Lovely. I love the paintwork. I love the shader on the car. Looks really cool. The headlights also look really good. We have a close-up here of the front of the car. Yeah, really nice. Lovely work. I love it. I love the seats as well. The fabric on the seats look really cool. Is this an Alfa Romeo? What is this? I don't know my cars very well, so excuse me if I've got the wrong one. That looks really cool. I love the rendering. I love the shader going on for the car paint as well. This is from Kamal. He's been doing renders of a car as well, and again it looks beautiful work. Let's show these. Yeah, really lovely. I love the paint job. It looks so cool. And then we have this one, which is the same car from different angles. Again, lovely work. Nice rendering as well. This is my favorite though, Kamal. This angle you've got going on here. I really like this angle for the car. I mean, they all look really cool, but I love this angle. This looks so cool. My favorite. And beautiful texturing work as well. Are you going to dirty it up a little bit though? Just because it looks so clean, and nothing in real life is super, super clean. I'm just trying to see whether you've actually added some dirt maybe through here. I can't tell. Maybe you have and I'm just not noticing it, but beautiful. And I love, like I said, I love the silhouette of the car. I love this angle you've rendered. Looks really, really cool. Shiny, as Smurfberry says. I think he was talking about this one. Yep, nice and shiny and clean. Smurf says, Andrew Lost says, I like the front shot. Are you talking about Make It 3Ds or Kamal's? This is Make It 3Ds and these are Kamal's. I like this shot. This looks really cool. I like the angle. Nice shot. Mega 3D says Porsche 911. Oh, okay, it's a Porsche. Well, there you go. I don't know my cars at all. Yeah, lovely work. They make it 3D. Nice work on the shader. And we have also by Make It 3D the Metaverse Gallery. So let's just have a quick look at that. Lovely. Very nice. I know. I like that. I recognize this woodwork actually. I think it's from. Where's it from? It looks really cool. I think because I've used something similar like that in the building in the manor house. I think. But it looks really, really nice. Lovely. Yes, lovely work. And Mega 3D says at the bottom, the metaverse isn't all that. Mega 3D says that really is a cool render. Yes, they are all lovely renders. I love the car. I love the shader. And I also really love this render of yours. Come on. Looks really cool. And lovely work on the texturing as well. Material. That looks really cool. That like fire emblem you've got going on the side of the car here. And again, it looks like a really nice shader going on here with the glass. Lovely work. Nice silhouette, nice angle, great render. I like your logo as well. Looks really cool. Let me just scale it in a little bit so you guys can see it maybe. Yeah, looks really cool. Andrew Lott says, that car, I have no clue of the model. Sniper Girl says, yeah, great, amazing job. Do like the like image 3 the best as well. Andrew Lott says, that's a show car. No one likes a dirty show car. Okay, well then, I'll shut my mouth. Make It 3D says, the Metaverse Gallery was to show that the Metaverse isn't all that boring. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Mega 3D says, yeah, the woodwork is from Megascans. That's where I've seen it. Megascans, yep. Megascans, for sure. But it's a nice model actually, because I'm pretty sure we used it for something inside of the manor house as well for the game. So, Sniper Girl says, yeah, agree, looked good. Kamal says, rendered with default studio HDRs. Well, I'm impressed. Looks really cool. Hellwood says, wouldn't be much of a stream if you shut your mouth, Bill. This is true, and you know I never shut my mouth anyway, because I just can't help myself. I'm a motor mouth, a blabber mouth. I think we might leave it there, though, for today, guys and girls. I do want to thank you, though, very much for hanging out with me and being here. I will be back on again tomorrow, and we will start working on there'll be no more cobwebs, I promise. We're going to start working, or maybe some cobwebs in that destroyed cottage. But we're going to start working on the caretaker's cottage, the destroyed caretaker's cottage. We're just going to be doing some setup of like fences, some plants, the rusted old car, just some set dressing for that location tomorrow. Yeah, you guys and girls have a great night. Take care. Thanks for being here and watching. Like I said, it is appreciated. Thank you, Sniper Girl, for the subscription. I appreciate that as well. You guys have a great night, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. See you guys.